Hello, hey y'all. How are y'all doing today? So today is quite a day. I feel like I got a late start. I feel like time is doing its thing here because I can't keep track of it. So so that's how I'm feeling today. So today we're going to get into what's hidden from you. So let's figure out collectively what's hidden from us. What is being hidden right now from the collective. So let's see what is coming out for what is hidden for us. You got the Lovers. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. My camera just shut off randomly. It just like froze. So here we go. Frozen. All right. Maybe some of that's how y'all feel, like a pause, like a sudden pause. Like maybe you feel like you was just in the middle of doing something. You're like, wait, but how do I do this? Because that's exactly what just happened to me. Like I just had a pause moment and it was like, wait, how do I? So it could be that there's this reassessing energy where you're like, wait a minute, about to do something, and then you have to pause. That could be it. All right, but we are figuring out what's hidden from us, so let's get into it, please. Let's see. I'm going to get all the cards and then look at the energy and go through the cards individually so that we can get a clear picture of what is hidden from us at this time. We started out with the Lovers card coming out. Ooh, all right. Okay, got the Tower coming out. All right, got this Wheel of Fortune fallen. Okay. How do we prepare? Oh, these cards like falling on the floor. They're like making me work. Okay, so we got the King of Pentacles for how we need to prepare. Okay. All right, let's see. What is going on? Okay. We got 3 kings out here already, okay? It started out with the Lovers card. So let's see. So I was feeling this energy of reassessing. There are some choices you're going to have to make. Okay. In love. All right, the Two of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. So I woke up this morning, and I have to tell you this because this reading is crazy. I did a reading on myself, but then because I had to figure out what was going on. And then I cleared my energy, did all that, whatever, after my check-in. And then I was feeling called to do what's hidden, what's coming. Because I feel this strongly, not just like for me, but I feel like the energy is just shifting. So I wanted to know and explore, and I felt called to explore what's being hidden from us at this time. And so there's been this frequency and energy of just radiating at a frequency of love, radiating at higher vibrations. And I think this is a collective thing. I feel like, or it's going to be, maybe I'm just hypersensitive because there is a full moon tomorrow. And in Sagittarius, I have a Sag moon. So I feel a lot of things first. Most people do, right? They feel the shift before the shift happens. So I have just been feeling this incessant like vibration on a higher frequency than what I had experienced before. So it's almost like if you're playing a video game and you make it to that next level, or like what I'm seeing right now is like, you know, in the Mario game where he gets the mushroom and it goes like, and then it gets like bigger. Like that's how I feel. Like, I just feel like the vibration is just bigger. It's like expanded. There's this expansion energy. That's what it is. That's what it is. So maybe your heart is expanding, or you feel like you just have this overflow of like love. Like you just love people, love nature, love things. Like you can see the bad in something good, or you can see the good in something bad and be like, you love the situation. Like you can look at the ugly and be like, but look at how beautiful this was. It's being able to transmute in real time energy. Like the focal point is not what's not working well. The focal point is like really like leading with your heart. This is like leading with your heart and not with your mind. And it shifts the frequency of like everything. I always would say, like, make sure your heart and your mind are aligned, because when they're aligned, that's how you know you're in tune with the divine, right? But I feel like when you lead with your heart, your mind takes a back seat. And it's almost like your heart becomes the intermediary or like intercessory before like for you. It's like your heart speaks on your behalf in place of what your subconscious programming or what your narrative of your shadow self was telling yourself. It's like when you nurture your shadow with enough love, that becomes the frequency. Like, it's like you don't have to reprogram a narrative, because the narrative is that you love yourself, right? The narrative is what it should have been all along, but you had to clear the filter of all the gunk that you couldn't see. So it was like you had to remove the filter of all the false stories, remove the filter of all like whatever you were feeling, because the essence of the love is actually the true frequency. And now when you're operating from that, you don't have to reprogram. It's like you don't have to clean what's already clean. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I feel. So that's what I was feeling. And it's like, now that the filter is gone, now that the room is clean, now that the shadow has a narrative that aligns and is attuned to the things that you want in life and to you, you've embraced that part of you and you've nurtured it with enough love. So now that you've nurtured it with enough love, you can actually let your heart do the speaking for you in the vibration that's connected to the universe. It's so amazing. Like, that's the energy that I feel. It's very woo-woo-esque, but it's what I feel. So that being said, the Lover's card came out, which was the first card that came out. So this is all about choices. You may have choices in love. You may have choices in career. You may have choices in everything. It's like there's an endless amount of possibilities right now that are open to you. Excuse me. And the world is your oyster. Like, you can choose. What do you want? That's the energy. It's like you got a lot of choices to make. I'm getting all these releases. It's like, I don't know. So in your career space, and I'm going to clarify all these cards, but you literally have 3 kings and major arcanas. That's all the whole read. Like, you literally have 3. There's, okay, a knight. So 2 kings and a knight. I said 3 kings earlier. So there could be a hidden one, like King of Pentacles will pop out. I don't know. But right now, you have the Tower, the Wheel of Fortune and Temperance, and the Lovers. And then you have a King of Cups and a King of Wands and a Knight of Pentacles. There are no, like, this is major. Like, it is a major shift. So let's get into this. So we're starting out with the Lovers card. And this is all about choice, as I said. The Lover's card used to be called the Choice card, but now it's the Lover's card. And if you look, you see the heart, like, it's like, you see this? What does your heart desire? Okay? What does your heart desire? It's like this alignment. There's a duality here of alignment. Things are happening that are more in sync and attuned to where what vibration you're emitting right now. You have the Tower coming out. So in your career position of what you need to know, this is what's hidden from you, right? So what's hidden is you're going to have a sudden change in your career. So this could be moving into a new job space. This could be changing industries. This could be a lot of those things. It could be something falling away for something better to come into play, right? Because this is all about this sudden change. And a lot of times you know, the tower, a lot of people are fearful of the tower because it's a change. And changes, especially ones that we don't control, really can rule how our emotions are governed. And our emotions are ruled by what? Our heart, how we feel. So when you have this fear, right, that hasn't been addressed, change is like scary. It's like, I didn't make that change. Why are we changing things? But I feel in this space, it's almost like a welcome change. It's like, it's like a curious change. It's like, I don't know what's coming, but we'll just see, you know, like that's what it is. There's like a different approach to the changes that are taking place. So this is like what you don't see, or what's hidden right now is there's going to be a change in your career path that could be more in alignment and more tuned. Like if you said, I just want to travel for work, and then suddenly you get let go, or suddenly you get a job offer that says, hey, it's a lot of travel, but this is what we do. And it's like, oh my God, this is a line. This is what I said. It's like these type of moments. So that's what I feel with the Wheel of Fortune. So you've got, in the position of love, we got the Wheel of Fortune. So this is all about a delay. Doesn't mean there is not love coming, because I see what's going on here. This means that there's a delay happening because maybe you need to reassess what you want. It's almost like, I just get your wishes, my command type of energy. What you want wants you. It's really getting to what your desires of your heart are. What do the desires of your heart say that you want, right? This is really pulling me to this heart here, because it's like you're going to attract whatever you're emitting. And it's important for you to be aligned, like to know, like what I speak out of my mouth is aligned with what my heart is desiring, which is aligned with what my mind is seeing or saying, or whatever, or the narrative. It's about this alignment, this divine alignment. It's just something about it. It just feels, feels divine. Like I almost feel like crying, like, oh my gosh, like girl, get a grip. So it's beautiful, because it's like it's coming in, but it's giving you a chance to assess truly what you want. That's what it comes down to. Now, what do you need to know? There's this King of Wands here. So this is like someone is coming in. It may be like a masculine. It could be that they're coming in, they have vision. They know what they want. They see what they want. So this King of Wands, someone's attractive, what you need to know. But also when it comes to you, it's like, what do you want? What do you see? What does your vision look like? What does your long goal or long-term vision actually look like when it comes to what you love, what you want in a relationship, what you want in a partner, what you want in a lifestyle? Like all of these things, it's like, what is your vision? What is your passion? How do you go after it? What is, and because then what you have is how to prepare, right? Because it's like, what do you need to know? The King of Wands. That's what you need to know. Like, what is the vision? Because again, that vision is also going to give you this insight of attracting what it is that you want. So what you need to know is, what exactly do you want? And so how do you prepare for it? Well, the Knight of Pentacles, you put the hard work in. So maybe that's sitting and journaling. Maybe that's sitting and visualizing. Maybe that's sitting and making these small, tangible, actionable steps to this vision of what you're envisioning, so that you can actually ground it into reality, right? Because you don't want, there's one thing to be all this, I really want these things, but if you're not making these tangible steps to make them ground in reality, then they just live in this endless void of opportunities of things that could happen, but haven't actually been birthed into the universe. So this is like getting clear. That King of Wands is like getting super clear about what it is that you want. And then you have the Knight of Pentacles that's like, hey, okay, what are the tangible steps that we're going to take to make this vision a reality? Now, what you don't see coming is this King of Cups. So somebody could be, watching you or seeing you, or maybe you're doing things already that's shifting things, which is why you may have these options, because maybe you're in the limelight now, or maybe you're just doing something different that you feel called to do by your heart, right? You feel emotionally led to do something. And maybe there's this person. I just feel the energy of like you following your heart is leading you to the desires of your heart. It's like your heart is leading the way. I just feel like something about your heart is just leading the way to things right now. That's what I feel. And I feel like what you don't see coming is there's somebody who really loves and is emotionally available and is ready for that partnership, that next level. But it requires you to get clear about what that looks like. And you may have a choice because, again, you have 3 court cards here. There's a knight, there's 2 kings. So you may have choices to make in love according to what the true desires of your heart is. And then for the outcome, it's temperance. So things are getting shaken up. Like if you look at these balls here, they're all over the place, right? They're all up in the air. There's nothing set in stone right now because there is a shift. It's like in the middle of a shift, which requires an assessment period. It just requires an assessment. And that's why I said with the 2, the 2 of Cups, oh, it's at the top of the deck. I'm like with the 2 of Cups, because this is the end of a cycle. This is the end. Whatever heartbreak, whatever things never go my way, you know, there's only one way to go from the bottom, and that's up. So I just feel like, and then you have this 2 of Cups at the top of the deck, which is all about alignment. It doesn't have to be romantic per se, but I do feel like there's options in love when it comes to what it is you want. They don't have to be gender specific because these are energies. So it's not, if there's a King of Wands, it doesn't mean it has to be a mask, like a male. It can just be the energy evoked from that, which is knowing your vision, knowing your passion, knowing the direction of where you're going. So with this 2 of Cups here, it's like this is alignment. You know, you have these choices. What aligns with what you want? What are the desires of your heart? So let's clarify these cards, because I want to clarify the energy that's being presented, especially with all of it, because I'm like, what's going on? Like, this is hidden. So we've got choices coming in for us, which is great. But what's it all mean? What do we do next? Like, I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm so excited. So let's see. I just get excited when the energy is so like, it's just beautiful. It's like a beautiful shift, you know? It reminds me of like rose petals. When rose petals are dying, when roses are dying, the petals fall off. You know, they fall off the flower or whatever, they fall. But it doesn't mean that it's not a beautiful sight. There's a grievance, right? There's an ending, but it's part of the cycle. It's part of the change. It's meant to happen. It's supposed to happen. Let's clarify the Lovers, please. What is the Lovers? Temperance. Okay, here we go. Again, the same cards already. So the Temperance with the Lovers, it's all about, again, shaking things up, being patient as you shake things up. If you look, I just get shake up energy. You know, it's like she's pouring like this into this. Like, it's like, I've done this way. Maybe if I poured in a different cup, maybe if I look at it from a different angle, maybe if, you know, there's a different vantage point of how something comes together, maybe this is the secret sauce, you know, like it's that energy. It's like, I'm going to do something different. And it's having the patience to be able to allow that to happen, because you have the Star at the bottom of the deck and you have the 5 of Pentacles at the top of the deck, which is all about that letting something go, losing something to gain something. Maybe you're losing the filter of the past of how you were doing things because there's a healing aspect. There's a new aspect. There's a new way, a healed way to do something. There's clarity with how to do it. So you had to remove something that was blocking or obstructing your view or your clarity because it wasn't giving you the result that you were looking for or that your heart wanted, the desires of your heart. Clarify the Tower. Clarify the Tower. Okay. How did this card fall? There's like, where did this card come from? There's like, what? Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? First of all, where did this card come from? Like, this was not on, what? This was not on the floor. Like, okay, we're just gonna go for what? we're just gonna move forward. The Fool is all about taking a new leap, doing things a new way. It's like, I don't know which way I'm going, but I'm just gonna take this leap. And I feel that's the energy here. It's like this newness of like, I have to do something a new way. But then on the side, what came out for the Tower is this Five of Swords. And so this is all about releasing fear, releasing self-sabotage, releasing things that don't align with the trajectory of where you're going. And this is in your career space. So maybe you were once fearful of like, what am I going to do? But again, there's this approaching it with curiosity, approaching it with, well, maybe it can't be that bad. Approaching it with a newness, like the Ace of Pentacles, like I have a mindset shift. Like if something's falling away, maybe something better is coming. And that comes from you having these moments of working on yourself, working on your shadow, working on whatever difficult moments you've had. It's like you're taking those lessons from those previous experiences and you're actually integrating them into now, which is so beautiful. I'm like, I get so excited, as y'all can see. So, all right, what's the King of Wands about? Ooh, all right. So the King of Wands comes out with the Sun in the reverse. So what I'm feeling, because the King of Wands is what we need to know. Because then we got the Three of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Okay. Okay. There's an energy of, okay. I'm like, there's two energy. I'm getting a lot of stuff. All right. So the first energy that I have is that as the King of Wands, it's like you have to move according to the desires of your heart. What do you see long term? The Sun is here in the reverse. It's almost like you may not see the way of how. You have this long vision, but you don't see how things are going to come together. It could be particularly challenging to see how things are going to work together, but you have this Magician here along with the Empress. So it's like, just show up. It's almost like the energy of like, you don't need to have all of the parts. You just need to have a vision of like what you want to feel, or what you're envisioning of like, what does success look like for you? For example, if you were like, I want to be successful. Okay, what does that look like? Because a lot of times when you ask people what success looks like, they can't really give you an answer. They can't give you like, oh, success looks like this. They're like, well, I don't know, but I want to be successful. Success looks different for everyone. So it's almost getting very clear. And so with the Sun here, I'm just feeling like it may be challenging, especially if you're coming out of heartbreak or you're coming out of a challenging position. It may be hard to see the exact of what you want. But because this is like in the what do you need to know position, right? Like this is, what do you need to know? You need to get clear. And you need to figure out, I just feel like, what's challenging for you? Because whatever is the challenging part for you, you have to envision what it's like to not be the challenge. Like that's going to help you get to the root of, like, why is something challenging? Why can't you achieve it now? Get to your why you can't have it now. Oh, I want to be successful. What does success look like? Well, success looks like a brand new car. Why can't you have the car now? Oh, well, I don't have the money. Okay, why don't you have the money? It's getting to the root. Oh, well, because my job doesn't pay X, Y, Z. Oh, well, then why don't you put yourself on a plan? Because approaching these types of questions is going to help you in the long game of envisioning the long game of like what you want. So I'm trying to my best to get this energy out because I understand it. It's like, I'll use myself. For example, they're telling me to use myself, so I'll use myself. So I know that I want to be successful. I know what my success looks like. I know all the things. But I also know, people want money and they're like, oh, I need money. Yes, we need money to live. Yes. However, there's a way that we have to look at money. right? In order to achieve the things that we want to achieve. So for me, I always have to examine what my relationship is to money. Because yes, I know that I'm infinite. Yes, I know that I'm tapped in. Yes, I know that I'm abundant. Yes, I have been shown time and time again through many different circumstances in my life that I am abundantly okay. I understand. And abundance doesn't always mean money. You can be abundant in love. You can be abundant in resources. You can be abundant in a lot of different things. And it's a neutral thing. You can also be abundant in things that are less desirable. It all depends on what your mindset is. So for me, it was like, what is my determining factor when it comes to my relationship with money? And one of the things that I learned was that I had a fear of being responsible for money over a certain amount. So I was being, when it got too over the top, I would be reckless. Like, okay, I gotta get rid of it, you know? And I didn't understand. I was like, well, I can't, like, and I was putting myself in this cycle of like working harder to achieve something when I was fighting against myself, because the reality was I was fearful to have X amount of money. I was fearful to be on any project that was like $1 billion project. It would be nervous. Like, well, I don't want to do the money part, but give me all the other stuff. So there's this thing that you have to understand when it comes to like the fear, the root, the shadow part of you. You have to get to the root of it. And so what you need to know, because this is what you need to know, is in order to have this vision of what you want, you do have to have clarity on your challenges or your blockages that are preventing you from getting there. What are those things? So because once you identify them, then, only then, are you able to say, okay, this is how I'm going to tackle this. This is how I can approach it. And then you can start putting tools in place to actually combat that root, rather than say, well, you know, I don't know why, or I don't know this, or this never comes to me. Because the reality is we always have opportunities. Opportunities of what we want come all the time. But if you're not prepared for them, then you miss them. And that's how you miss the opportunities. So I hope that makes sense, because it was very complex energy to like explain. So I hope y'all got that. Hope y'all got that. Clarify the Knight of Pentacles. That took like 10 minutes, so I apologize. But yeah, look at the 10. Did I say clarify the 10 of Pentacles? Because I meant to say the Knight. But if I don't know, I feel like I said the 10 of Pentacles for some reason. We've got the Fool coming out again at the bottom of the deck. But the Two of Cups is here. And so, and again, the Two of Cups was here earlier, remember? So same energy. Here we go. So this is like really making those tangible steps to align and to attract what you want. What do you want at grassroots? Whether it's a love, whether it's career, whether it's, look at this King of Wands, the top of the deck, like what? Grounding the tangible action. So if the tangible action is diving deep and figuring out, again, what those blockages are, that's the tangible action. If the tangible action is going outside and not being stuck in the house, go outside. Your mate or whoever is not going to just be like looking at you through the window. They're not going to just stop by your house and say, hey. So put yourself in situations so that the opportunities present themselves. It's like you have to like do this dance with the universe, because it's like, okay, there's cosmic shifts happening. What role are you going to play? You can take a leap, and that leap may be going someplace that you don't normally go to, or trying something new that you wouldn't ordinarily try. But whatever your heart is calling you to do, it's like letting your heart take the lead. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Why is it in the reverse? One more. Okay, let's see. Got the Magician at the bottom of the deck, Two of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. So for this, it's like, remember, this is like in your love position of like what's happening in love. There's a reassessment. Why is there a reassessment? Because with this Two of Swords, it seems like it's stuck. And again, with this here, it's like a delay, right? So this is like feeling very stuck, but knowing that there's something coming. And there is, as I can see. So this is exciting because there's undiscovered territory. There's undiscovered potential. This is really like tapping into reassessing what, like, think of the biggest, boldest thing you want, and in love and career and whatever in life, and go for it. Why not? This is like that time. It's like, go for it. Because with this Magician here, it's letting me know that time is ripe right now to get the things that you really, really want, the desires of your heart, which is why the filter is actually being cleared so that the true authentic desire can show through, not from an egotistical place. You need ego, but not to govern you. You want to have your heart be the governing factor so that everything else kind of aligns and it flows. There's this free flowing energy that is very prominent. And in order to get that free flowing energy, you kind of have to deal with a little bit of like clarity of what it is you want. So there's this pause. There's this pause of thinking about the things that you felt never existed. Make it exist. Birth it into the world. There's nothing holding you back. Clarify this King of Cups, please. So we've got the 8 of Cups coming out for what you don't see coming. Look at this, and the Queen of Cups at the top of the deck. Oh my gosh. So you're walking away from things that are not serving you. You're walking away from things that were not fulfilling. You're walking away from old patterns. This is what I feel. It's like more about old patterns, old beliefs, because again, this is what you don't see coming. So you don't see the shift. It's like a radical shift that happens that just ends things. And you literally have the Queen of Cups here. So this is like a divine, it's like you walking away from these old ways of thinking actually align you energetically to the love of your life maybe, or to the love of what it is you want, or to the love of the lifestyle that you're trying to achieve. It doesn't have to be romantic in a sense, but you are being aligned with something that fits the bill of your authentic truth or the authentic desire of what your heart wants, not your ego. So your ego says, I want this, and they want it because someone else had it, or because they feel like if they have this Lamborghini that, you know, it makes me feel worthy. And your heart knows that you're worthy just how you are, just right now. This is it. So it's going to attract what lights you up, without the external validation of material things that are kind of like markers of what would make you happy. Because we know that people can have all the money in the world and still be unhappy. So this is about getting clear and aligned with what makes your soul happy, what makes your heart sing, and then aligning your lifestyle around that. I hope this makes sense, because I did not expect this to be this complex, and I thought it was going to be pretty straightforward, but I have to explain it. Clarify the Temperance, please. Because this is the outcome energy. Okay. Okay. Look at this. All right. So we've got the 8 of Swords coming out for the Temperance. And then you also have the bottom of the deck, you have the 6 of Cups, and then the top of the deck, you have the 6 of Swords. So what I'm feeling from this, and then the bottom of that, you have the Tower again with the Queen of Pentacles. With the 10 of Pentacles following that. Like this is like beautiful. So with the Temperance here, remember, things are being shaken up right now. You got the Temperance twice. And this is like Sagittarian energy. So this is like having patience, but also shaking things up. This can make you feel with this I want to say 8 of Wands, but with the 8 of Swords, it's all about your mind. This is also kind of like feeling imprisoned in your mind. But I feel like with the 6 of Cups and the 6 of Swords. So the 6 of Cups is like the past. It's like anything nostalgic from the past. And then the 6 of Swords is like moving forward. It's like moving away from any test or challenges. So you may have had challenges in the past that you're learning from, right? Because you're overcoming the self-sabotage of like being in your head. So you're now moving more into like letting things go and letting things fall where they fall, and the chips fall where they may. And so with this energy, with this 8 of Wands, I keep saying 8 of Wands. Like, why do I keep saying that? Like, maybe it's coming sooner than we think, because this Eight of Swords is like getting out of your head. It's like, I feel like you have a choice to make, right? Because you can choose which way you want to go. You're at a crossroads right now where you have to choose, do I do the things the old way or do I move in the new way? What does my heart want to do? It's almost like, again, putting your heart in the lead, which is different with the Temperance, right? Because this is not something that you would do on a regular, but it does require patience because it's something that's new. So this is really giving me this energy of like really assessing, what direction do I want to go in? How do I want to move? And then taking that sudden action. It's like this time, usually the Tower is like something happens and sparks the change, but I feel like you are actually making tangible steps. It's like you are happening to life. Like you're making the change based on you changing your mindset, based on you saying, okay, I see how I was moving or what I was doing, and now I want to go this direction. I've never taken this road before. Let's see where it leads, you know, because, and then you're nurturing that with this Queen of Pentacles. It's like you're nurturing this new way because it feels good. It just feels good. That's what I'm feeling. Like that's what's coming through so strong. Let's see. Because this is this is very complex, Lord. All right. So let's see what final messages, because this is the energy that's coming out. What messages do we need to know for this energy, Spirit? What are the messages? Okay. See, look, it says you are going to make mistakes and it's okay. Sometimes you learn by messing up. And I think that's where this is coming from, right? Because things are being shaken up. And also with this King of Wands, it's like you have to release, you have to get clear. And there's this like not wanting to make a mistake, but this is new. It's like not wanting to repeat a lesson, but at the same time, not being certain of which steps to take. Because I think early in the beginning, I was like, I feel like I had to stop and then remember something or like learn something again or like check in, like, how do I do this again? Like taking a step, but not knowing what steps to take. And at the bottom, on the top of the deck, it says you will break free from all that no longer serves you. Again, you're moving into a different space. So it's like, how do I move? At the bottom of the deck, we have all the right things will come to you in the most unexpected ways. Again, with the Choice card, you've got 2 towers. Things are happening and they're shifting for you. So it's like, you don't know how it's going to come, but you're like, I know this is different. What other messages do you have? These things like falling. Whew. If you need to break the rules, do it with conviction to make a difference. And again, this is like the Temperance, shaking things up, doing things in a different way. Do I do it the same way or do I do it the new way? Which way do I move? You will have financial security in life at the bottom of the deck. Don't allow a scarcity mindset to limit your success. So this could be that things aren't going the way with the Tower, right? It's like the Tower energy. And let's just clarify this 5 of Swords, please. I feel called to it. Whoa. The 10 of Pentacles. See? It's like you're releasing 8 of Wands. Oh my God. Like, it's coming in. Like, this is for your finances, right? Because you had the Tower and the 5 of Swords. And literally, this is like the energy. It's like basically you're releasing that mindset. So if something sudden happens, it's like, well, something better must be coming. And it is. Look at, I kept saying the 8 of Wands too with the 10 of Pentacles. So literally, you will have financial security in life, and don't allow a scarcity mindset to limit your success, whatever that success looks like. Wow, like we really could have just led with the cards, okay? It saved y'all like 40 minutes of watching me get in awe over the energy coming out. Last one, please. And then I think this will solidify. My God. Be patient. Temperance card twice. Trust the wait. Everything is coming together. And I kept noticing this trine on this triangle. I don't know why, and I didn't say it earlier, but I kept looking at it, and now this trine here is showing up. I keep calling it a triangle, but I feel like there's this coming together trine of things. It's like almost like love, life, like lifestyle, or love, life, and like freedom, which it's just this energy of like newness, like taking this new path, finding a new way, and just going with it and seeing what happens, and not allowing fear to dictate your fate. Basically, it's like not allowing it to move in a space that's going to prevent you from like actually doing what your heart wants to do. A new career path will be highly successful. Trust the magic of the newness. And again, it's like this sudden change that's happening. And you have let go. I mean, really let go. There's something better on the horizon. So if you're nervous about how to move, you know, you don't have to be nervous. You just trust. I know I said I was gonna close it, but there's more. Look at this harvest coming out. What other messages do we have? Grounding. Yeah, you have to take tangible steps. Fearless love. Okay, you know. And then you have speak up. This is saying what you want. Be getting clear. What is it that you want? And as you saw, like, I was saying the wrong things. It was like I was looking at something and saying the wrong things. You have to get clear about it. Having this fearless love and grounding it into reality so that you can actually harvest the benefits from it. Like this is the energy. And it's so exciting because it's like a fresh new start of a way of being that requires you to have a new narrative. Like, what would life look like if you operated in a new narrative? And a new narrative like from start, where you didn't have to reprogram and then redo this and then clean the room first. But let's just start from here. A brand new narrative that says I'm worthy. A brand new narrative that says I deserve all the things my heart desires. And then your heart intercedes on your behalf to the universe to attract it. It's like you don't even have to do anything. You just have to be. It's just beautiful. That is the reading, child, because we're not trying to be here all day. So that is the reading. I hope that helps. I hope it makes sense, because this was kind of complex stuff to try to explain. I'm telling you, the energy was a little bit, but yeah. So I hope that this helps in some way. Y'all have a good day, and I'll see y'all in the next one.